Hello, everyone. So I hope all of you are preparing well for CAT. It's already the month of May, and you should already be geared up into your full mode of preparation. We are coming up with these videos as we promised already, and this will come up in this period over and over again. So you'll find a lot of videos uploading to our channel in this period. This question was asked by one of our open group students in one of our Telegram channels. I'll leave the link of the Telegram channel in the description. If you are interested, you can join. It's connected to the group as well. Group, you can post the questions and everything. This is a type of question in geometry which enables you to think visually, and if you can think visually, the problem becomes very simple. So before we start off, I'll give you a couple of seconds to read the question, and I'll take a few seconds pause. If you want to try the question yourself, then give it a shot if you have not tried it earlier. It's a very good question. You can solve this visually itself, and after you have solved it or tried it, please resume the video. So I'll stop for 5 seconds now. All right. So I hope everybody came with an answer here. So the answer to this problem will be 110. If you have not arrived at that answer, let's go ahead with the solution. And even if you have, let's find out whether you figured out in the same visual manner as we can solve this in a very simple way. Now, first of all, setting up the context here. So we have this green rectangle, which has an area of 200 centimeters square. These perpendicular lines already shown in the figure is creating another small blue rectangle inside the figure, which is having an area of 20 centimeters square. And basically, we are looking for the area of this quadrilateral ABCD. The reason I have kept the diagram a little skewed on one side and also disproportionate as the perpendicular lines go is so that you don't get tempted towards taking any assumption in this case. Taking an assumption would not be the fastest method in this case. The fastest method is the visual one. So I'll just get into the solution now. Now, before we get into this, let us understand what are we comparing. So we need to find the area of this ABCD, and we need to compare it with the area of the green rectangle with the blue rectangle. For that purpose, those values are given, right? So let us try to set up that context. Now, whenever we have a figure like this, the first thing comes to my mind is for any rectangle, the diagonal will always divide it into two equal halves. So you might wonder where is the diagonal for the green rectangle. I'm not talking about the green rectangle. My focus is always in the objective. So if I look at the figure ABCD, now if you look at the lines of those or the side lengths of that ABCD, so there's AB will be the diagonal of one of these rectangles, right? So if you observe closely here, this AB line is the diagonal of this rectangle, right? This is not drawn appropriately by her, but I hope you got the point. So this AB is the diagonal of this rectangle. Similarly, this BC is the diagonal of this rectangle. The CD is the diagonal of this rectangle. And so on, the AD is the diagonal of this rectangle. Right. Now, if you think all of these rectangles in conjunction, what you will figure out is only this blue part never got included in all these. If you think all the rectangles together that we figured out. So let me draw each one of them. I mean, all of them now. So this one, these are where the diagonals, I mean, the sides are becoming the diagonals, right? Sides of ABCD, that is, and this one. So the blue one never gets included. That is one very vital point. And another point, always take a note of this. Is there any double counting in any of the area? So in this case, no, right? None of the area of the green rectangle gets double counted. So if we put it in this way that we add, or let me make the font size a bit bigger. If we add the areas of these four orange rectangles, let's say, we have 200 minus 20, which is 180, isn't it? Oh, that got calculated automatically. I didn't notice that. Anyhow, so if you add the areas of these four orange rectangles, you get an area of 180. The unit is centimeter square, so I'm not writing the unit again and again. But what about that figure, that quadrilateral ABCD? So when we count the areas of these four oranges, essentially what we have done is, if you think about this, uh, this part of this quadrilateral has been counted twice, isn't it? Because the rectangle on the top right corner is simply double the area of this triangle, right? So this triangle of this part of this ABCD quadrilateral has been counted twice. Similarly, this part has been counted twice. This part has been counted twice, and this part has been counted twice. But again, same thing, this blue rectangle is also part of this ABCD figure, right? So that blue rectangle never got counted. So let us assume something. Let us assume that the required area, let's say, is r centimeter square. So if you do that, essentially the r minus 20, that is everything in the required area except that blue rectangle, has been double counted, isn't it? So this has been counted twice. For this part, it has been counted twice. For the bottom right part, it has been counted twice. So I hope you're getting what I mean by twice. So this area is equal to this area. So this area has been counted twice. This area has been counted twice. Again, this area has been counted twice, and same for this area, right? So each of the areas have been double counted when we have done this calculation of 180, when we added those four orange rectangles. So essentially, this should be equal to 180, isn't it? So if this is equal to 180, now our calculation becomes very easy. So our r minus 20 is effectively 90. This is calculating for itself. It's just ignoring the variables, I guess. Sorry for that. So r minus 20 is 90. So essentially the r is equal to 110 centimeter square. So it's a very simple problem. If we understand the visual of it, you can do this mentally itself. It's hardly a 5 to 10 second problem if you get this idea. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a very nice problem, so I wanted to share a video solution on it. Um, and please subscribe to our channel if you have not done that yet. And also click on the bell icon. You'll get notifications as long as we keep uploading these videos. And also like the video and share it among your friends if you liked it. Comment on the video if you have any queries or you want to add anything to our solution. Also, if you like this kind of training, this is precisely what we always train people for. So whether it's geometry or algebra or arithmetic or combinatorics or numbers, whatever area we are training at, even for LRDI and English, we always focus on the basics. So basics are the most important part of our training. The idea should always be to reason it out and solve the problem rather than just mug up formulas which will not be tested in CAT. If you mug up too many formulas, the problem is you have to remember that many formulas in the CAT paper. If a few things or few processes you remember automatically by practice, then let that happen naturally. Don't try to remember those formulas. So essentially, just figure out the answers using basic reasoning skills, and that is all that is tested in these papers. I hope you have a good preparation journey and good health as well in the coming days. Stay safe, keep a good care of your family. And thank you everyone for joining in. See you later.